Hello everyone, hope you're all okay. That's another working week finished. This week's absolutely flown by. Nothing too exciting planned for this weekend, just drive back to Norfolk and continue working on my car. Or at least that was the plan, before my car packed up and died on the side of the M6. What an absolute nightmare, mate. Not very happy. I've just lugged all my kit a decent stretch up, basically up a decent stretch of the M6. Got like drills and skilly saw, all my stay away kit. It's nearly 9 o'clock at night. I left site at 2:30 and I'm still 180 miles away from where I was planning on going. I've completely abandoned my car. I'm quite annoyed about the car. I really didn't know what to do. Yeah, called the RAC. It turns out I've got an account with them, but not on me, the person, just on my van. The AA wouldn't accept like opening a new account and then coming and see me straight away. I called the National Breakdown and Recovery Company, and the National Breakdown Recovery people told me that I was outside of their radius. I'm not quite sure how that works. I'm definitely in the nation, but so I was sat in my car for about 2 hours just thinking what I was going to do, and then I just thought sooner or later it's going to start to get dark. Yeah, so I just got out, mate. I started walking with my thumb out like a drongo. Just walking for long enough, but not too long, before a very nice man in a very fast Range Rover Sport picked me up and drove me to a place called Rugby. And I told him to drop me off, or I asked him rather, if he would be so kind as to drop me at, like any train station or any bus station. I don't really know what I was doing. Like, I was just going to jump on a train and continue making my way back to Norfolk. But the whole point of going back to Norfolk is because I've got, a bit of land and a shed, and I've got my tools there, and I was going to continue building the car. I don't know what I'm doing now. I don't even know if what I've done with the car is legal. I don't know, but I don't know. To be honest, I took every little bit of strength not to smash it up, mate. I'm quite pissed off about it. I don't know what I'm doing. The van, Jensen, now the car. I'm getting close. Like I said earlier, I was just sitting in the car for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, just trying to calm myself down. It's getting a bit agitated. I'll see if I can find something to eat and have a shower and go to sleep. Check out my miserable dinner. Got some coleslaw, a pie, some crisps, a quiche, some eclairs to cheer myself up, and 2 pot noodles. I've got a roof over my head and I've got some food. So, be grateful for the small things, innit? Spent the night in Rugby, in our hotel. Got up this morning. Last night when I went to bed, I was in a bit of a mood. I was pretty much just considering like abandoning the car, leaving it there to rot. I woke up this morning in a much better mood. a more clearer-headed mood, and yeah, so yeah, been ringing around phone numbers, you know, trying to get someone to come and recover my car, and I called one company and I gave them my name and I gave them the vehicle registration, and they have my car. Highway Patrol or whatever they're called them last night, said that there's an abandoned vehicle, and they've got my vehicle. They can't release it till Monday. They're going to charge me a pretty heavy sum for them picking it up and then keeping it. And before they release it, they need to see my ID and they need to see proof of ownership, i.e. the logbook, which I don't have. All I have is the slip, the green slip, the new owner's slip, which is in the glove box of the car. Yeah, and they've taken it to Leicester. What an absolute pain in my ass, mate. I'm just going to get a train to Cardiff and get a hotel in Cardiff and just sit around with my thumb up my ass until Monday before I can go to work. I have had better weekends. What a nightmare. Yeah, it's walking around like a less fortunate. And this beard ain't helping.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Tuesday or Wednesday, I suddenly realised that I hadn't told my insurance company that I'd removed seats from the car. So I rang them up and they said that they wouldn't be able to cover me until I'd sent the logbook off. The logbook has been sent off, but obviously I don't have it back yet because I insured it as soon as I bought it. They said that they wouldn't insure me with one seat in the car until I had the logbook, which immediately made my insurance void. So then I told them, okay, so if I put the seats back in the car, will my insurance be valid again? And they said, yeah, but they would only accept a copy of a Ford invoice if I took the seats to a Ford garage for them to be correctly fitted. And I don't know if you watched the video of me removing them, but they're just 4 grub screws in each one. You don't need to be a mechanic or rocket scientist to put them in. So I cancelled my insurance with them. That was with Hastings. I cancelled my insurance with them and then rang up Adrian Flux and got insurance with them. The insurance is mental expensive, but I've insured it as having ongoing modifications doing to it. The letter has come from Hastings and the letter says that they've cancelled my insurance. So that's a phone call that I have to make on Monday to get that sorted, because if I declare in the future that I've had my insurance cancelled via an insurance company, that is not a particularly great thing. Other insurance companies will they'll see that as a bit of a red flag. So I definitely don't want that going down on the file or being logged anywhere. The entire conversation will be on tape somewhere, and or I can request that they go and listen to that and review it and not have it on file that they've cancelled my insurance because I cancelled it with them. Then finished work nice and early on Friday with the intention of driving back to Norfolk, working on the car a little bit more. Got as far as the M6 just south of Coventry. The car broke down. I checked the oil, checked the fluids, they all seemed fine. It was just cutting out and the dash lights were coming on, but it was like really aggressively cutting out as if someone was slamming on the brakes, I lost power steering, and that was on the motorway, so I thought maybe it was overheating. So I let it cool down for a little while, turned it over, it drove for another 3 or 4 minutes, and then it just conked out again. So I rang the RAC, and they told me that my cover was with my van and not with me individually. I rang the AA, they wouldn't immediately come out. I think it's like 20 days or 28 days that you have to have your policy running before they come out. I rang international recovery breakdown people, whatever. They wouldn't come and see me. Then I just got in a mood. I got in quite a bad mood, and I put everything of value in the car in a couple of bags, and I just started walking up the M6 with my thumb out. And I was walking for a little while, an hour or so, before someone pulled over and gave me a lift. And I was still just automatically in my head thinking, oh, I'll just go to Norfolk, but that'd be pointless. You know, it was hours since I'd left, and I was only really going to Norfolk to work on my car. So I stayed in a hotel in Rugby. And then this morning, when I was calling around, I called around 2 or 3 recovery places in and amongst the area. And while I was talking to one of them, I gave her a shout for my name and my reg number. And she said, is this about the vehicle that's in our compound? And I said, have you got a vehicle with that number plate in your compound? And she said, yeah. I said, when did it get there? And she said, last night. And I said, where was it picked up from? She said, the M6 near Coventry. And I was like, right, well, you've got my car then, which is sort of a weight off my mind, because I wasn't sure if leaving the car there was like legal or whatever, but I didn't know what to do. You know, I'd exhausted every idea and resource that I felt like I had available to me, and then really all it was just a choice of whether I was, I don't know, gonna live on the M6 for the rest of my life, or walk into civilization and try and sort it out. After speaking to her, she's basically told me that they'll recover it back to Norfolk if I want for just under £1,000. She advises that I get it recovered to a mechanics in Leicester, which is where they're based, which is where the car is, and then the mechanic will hopefully be able to have a look at it and fix it. The trouble is I've got the keys, and also they won't recover the vehicle or release the vehicle until the registered keeper can show ID and logbook proof that they own the vehicle. And I don't have a logbook yet. All I have is the green slip, the new keepers or the new owner's slip, which is in the glove box of the car. So logistically, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get the car released, prove that I own it, and get my car keys to a mechanic's garage in Leicester, or pay 900 odd quid to have it taken to Norfolk to a garage that I know and trust, where they can have a look at it. But that then leaves me without a vehicle again, doesn't it? And also the van is finished as well. So I'm going to be getting a phone call tomorrow from the lads that fix the van for me, giving me a bill for probably £2,000. That's something, at least I can make arrangements to get that fixed up and sold. It's been pretty overwhelming. Quite a stressful weekend.